In your older years, you may have found that your muscles just don't quite feel the same as they used to. This is a common complaint amongst older people. This can be caused from atrophy. Atrophy is the process where muscles shrink, get smaller and weaker. Just like a plant needs water or else it will shrivel, muscles need exercise in order to avoid getting weaker. So the good news, though, is that you can reverse atrophy by strengthening exercises. So always consult with your physician before starting a new program, but let's try some exercises to help you reverse atrophy. One of the biggest things with reversing atrophy is that you must overload your muscles. This means you have to challenge them. If you do exercise that's so easy that it doesn't cause any sort of challenge, well, you're not overloading and you may not be reversing atrophy. An indicator that you are working the muscles is maybe the next day you have mild soreness. Not so sore that you are unable to get up or unable to move around, but a little bit of soreness can be a good indicator. Not pain though. I'm not talking about knee pain or hip pain. I'm talking about that muscle soreness feeling you've got when you have worked those muscles. So keep that in mind as you're doing exercises. But the first thing we're going to do to help build your muscles is a mini squat. Why is a mini squat so important? Well, because it works the large group of muscles here on the back of the hip, as well as the large group of muscles on the front of your thigh. A mini squat is just like that. Start with a mini squat. If that is easy, go a little bit deeper. Always make sure to have safety first, so have something to hang on to. And if you're worried about falling or falling backwards, make sure to put a chair behind you, like this one. So, like I said, mini squat right here, coming down, almost like you're gonna sit down and back up. Down and back up. If you can go a little bit lower, do so. And back up. Right there. I want you to work up to about 20 repetitions. Don't do it overnight though. Start with just a couple. See how you feel the next day. Also, as it gets easier, start going deeper. Start mini, work up to 20, and then start working your way a little bit deeper until the point that you can squat all the way down to a chair and back up. When you go down to the chair, I don't want you to actually sit down. I want you to touch like a butterfly landing on a flower and back up. So very gently and back up. You're not actually resting, but just up and down there. Like I said, this works major muscle group on the back of the hip and the front of the thigh, so incredibly important. The next one we're going to do is heels up. The lower part of the leg, the calf muscle, is one that atrophies often with elderly folks. That power to push off those toes. Start by going up with both feet, up, and then back down slowly. Work your way up to 10 or 15 repetitions. In order to make this more challenging, you can go up with both and down with one. Up with both, down with one. Once you're able to do 15 or 20 repetitions going up with both and down with one slowly, then work your way into up with one, down with one slowly. If that becomes easy, you can always put a little bit of weight in your hand and lift that extra weight. Again, mild soreness in that muscle is good. Not looking for pain, but just looking for a little bit of soreness, indicating that you have pushed that muscle a little bit. And then the last one that I want you to work on is a standing butt kicker. This one, if you're weak, will be challenging to do 15 or 20 repetitions. If you find that you can do 15 or 20 repetitions on each leg without much problem, then I want you to challenge yourself with ankle weights. Right here. Put some ankle weights on. Work your way up to 15 to 20 repetitions. You might feel those muscles working. Do a couple of sets if you can. And build that hamstring. The hamstring is the muscle on the back part of the thigh. Important muscle for walking and avoiding atrophy. So do these exercises. They're great exercises to work the lower extremity muscles generally, help you avoid atrophy, and build your strength so you feel like a younger, more independent self. Let me know what you think about these exercises in the comments, and I'll catch you next time.